Ended up with some nice weather and some decent fishing, light load, just a few people out here, only about 24 anglers fishing, and ended up putting together a nice catch of some red groupers, some mangroves, some porgies, some triggerfish, some lanes, some vermilions. Definitely a real good number of red grouper in this pile, which was pretty impressive. And looks like you guys ended up putting together a nice catch.
Yeah, we put a catch together. It's been tricky the last 2 or 3 weeks. It got cold out there. So that's my guess, at least. And we've had some tricky fishing, and it's finally coming around the corner right now.
Nice.
We had a decent night bite. Fished a couple different areas at night. Finally found them right at sunup, and we soaked them right at sunup. Probably had 100 mangroves on sunup and a few yellowtails. A good mix of fish. And drifted for these red grouper in the daytime.
That's crazy. So we don't often drift on these 39-hour trips, but since we had a super light load, weather cooperated well, you were able to drift and pull off some really, really good catches. I know I was talking to a couple that was fishing with us, Alex and Juana, and they had 5 keeper red groupers between them. Juana said she got 3 while jig fishing, huh?
Yeah, the jig people, and there's a couple other guys with her on the bow that they have either limit or close to limit. The jig fishing did well on the drift. Just because it stays straight down.
Yeah.
And Uncle Ray back here on the corner, he got his limit, and just a pretty good fishing. You know, the drift's a little bit different than anchoring, and different style of fishing, but it worked out great this trip.
Just because the weather cooperated, it was nice out there.
Yeah, the weather was right. We've got a huge area, hard bottom, where we were close to the edge where you can't keep them to the fence, and we would just slow drift down a slope, and they were on there.
That's awesome. And I know the Flying Up 2 was out there on a 12-hour extreme yesterday, and they were fishing kind of close to you, and they crushed it too, huh?
Yeah, it's turning around for us.
That's awesome. Yeah,
even with the closure, you know, a lot of times the closure really affects the red grouper bite, but they're in there right now.
That's awesome, man. Good to hear that we got a bunch of these red grouper, and that 20 fathom closure didn't slow us down at all. And awesome to see so many big mangroves too.
Yeah,
the yellowtail bite went well in the morning.
Yeah, you can't really see many, but we got a good many yellowtails in there. We got probably an 8 to 9 pound mangrove in there, or a couple of them, 8 to 9 pound mangroves, and decent red groupers. There's bait out there, but we haven't gotten the pelagics to go yet. I know they will eventually. We had a couple cutoffs this trip by kingfish, I think.
Nice. So the pelagics are starting.
They're starting, yeah. And even inshore, we're seeing bait inshore too right now. Everything's about to happen.
That's awesome. On the doorstep of that spring push for sure. Awesome catch, man. Thank you, Captain Will.
Yes, sir.
Nice triggerfish in the mix. Definitely a good time. Like I said, the 12-hour extreme did well out there yesterday. The 12-hour extreme crushed the big mangroves, and they got a lot of red grouper, so that was cool to see. Unfortunately, with the time change, the sunrise is a little bit away. We've got sunrise at 7:42, so the sunrise is at almost 8 o'clock now with this time change. But it is a beautiful morning, despite being pre-sunrise, and we are pumped, like Captain Will said. There's a lot of bait out there. Things are starting to change. Fish are on the move, and things are picking up. The red grouper bite's going really well for us and not slowing us down. We've seen some really nice mangrove snapper action out there, so we're hopeful that our 12-hour night mangrove snapper will be able to sneak out there before the weather. The 44-hour this weekend looks like it might be a little bumpy. We're going to take a closer look at the weather here and make a decision on that. Hopefully not too bumpy to slow us down from going out on that 44-hour. But weather looks really good today. Looks really good tomorrow. We got that full moon as well, so we're excited to hopefully go out there and crush them before the weather. Weather's going to pick up a little bit Saturday, kind of mid-morning-ish, and blow through Sunday. We've got a pretty decent cold front coming through Monday. Wind's going to shift around and be pretty moderate behind the front even. So next week's looking a little bit more breezy. So if you want to get out there and go fishing, today is the day, tomorrow is the day. Then it's going to get a little nasty over the weekend and start of the work week. But we've got the Sunday night show. Sunday night, we're going to tell you all about what's biting now, what we're catching, and talk a lot about the weather. And hopefully Sunday night, we'll be able to pick some really good days next week and give you some advice there. Right now, as it looks next week, maybe Wednesday, Thursday, kind of looking pretty good. But it's early. I would say we have to wait and watch what the weather's going to do, because right now the forecasts are kind of in disagreement as far as what's going to happen next week. So stay tuned. We'll keep you up to date with daily videos on our social media. We also have the weather links on our website page. We've got a new YouTube video out. If you haven't seen it yet, go check out our YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to like our pages so you can keep up to date with what's going on the water here inside Fish Famous Johns Pass in Central West Florida. Hopefully we'll see you out on the water soon, because don't forget, if you're too busy to go fishing, you're just too darn busy. Also, we've got our weekend fishing radio show on Saturday morning, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. every Saturday morning, stream live to our Facebook page. Our Sunday night live stream show is 7:30 p.m. every Sunday night. We give away $1,500 in free fishing trips during that show, so tune in Sunday nights. Also, we've got a in-person event coming up. Our Real Animals Fishing Conversation is going to be April 15th, Tuesday, April 15th, from 7 to 9 p.m. at Orange County Choppers Roadhouse over there on 49th Street in Pinellas County. So hopefully you can join myself, Captain Mike Anderson, for that special event. Again, 7 p.m. Tuesday night, April 15th. Hopefully we'll see you out in the water. And don't forget, if you're too busy to go fishing, you're just too darn busy. Happy Thursday morning, guys. Have a great weekend. Enjoy this full moon, and get out there on the water.